going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. And dude, it's been an emotional morning, man. I'm sure it's just not for me. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who are also feeling the same way, man. Because after this chapter, once we finish whatever's in store and we get to the final page, what waits for us is a weight of proportions we might have never seen before. A wait for a chapter where a milestone will be put into the annals of Shonen Jump history. After this chapter, the wait begins for chapter 1000 of the best-selling manga in history. Ladies and gentlemen, after we read this chapter, what waits for us is the 1000th installment in what is nearly the second best-selling comic of all time. We are here today to read chapter 999. I can't even believe I just said that. Of One Piece, dog. Listen, man, it's been an emotional morning. It's been an emotional one. By the way, if you see me at any point in time in this video shaking, you know, I don't know what's in store in this chapter, but if you see me at any point in time in this video shaking, it's because it is cold as Flagnards. But I believe that the amount of sweat that comes with reading a chapter of the best-selling manga in history is going to let the cold get out of my system. But it is cold. Alright, I'm freezing. So if you see me shaking, man, forgive you, boy. But it's been an emotional morning, man. I'm not going to lie to y'all, son. You know, it was one of those mornings where I sat down and ate my pancakes, looked down at the plate, and I realized there was no fork. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those where it's like, yo, my mind is off in the Flagnards. My mind is all the way around town, going back. It's taking the bus, and it's out of here. You know, it's not here, man. It's not here, so I'm so glad to finally be able to read this. Because ever since Monday night, I felt this way. I was told to get off social media on Monday night. And I'm not talking about Monday Night Raw, man. You know, Vince McMahon. Monday Night Raw. That's how I felt. Monday night, I was told to get... I was like, what? First of all, I was like, how in the world are they out so early? But second of all, the amount of people that told me such a thing, I was like, hold on, Chief. Wait. I gotcha, man. So, thankfully, this week has gone by really quick because Season 1 of Call of Duty, of the new Call of Duty came out for Cold War, and so it's been fun grinding that with my friends. And then last night, Sephiroth came out in a Smash if you could beat him in the challenge, so I stayed up all night playing with him and checking out his moveset, playing against him as Cloud. That was a lot of fun. So this week was able to go by pretty quickly, but the entire week there was this one underlying thing that I just couldn't get out of my system, and that was, you know, the emotional attachment and just the emotions that are running rampant because of what I'm about to read, man. Chapter 999, folks. Like, and maybe it is because I've been playing on Raid from Black Ops 2, and I have that nostalgia with that game, let alone the fact that whenever I first joined the community in terms of making content for One Piece here on YouTube, Black Ops 2 was the game that was out, man. So the combination of all those things and remembering back to how I felt back then, the emblems I would put on the game, you know, trying to promote the series, because back then, One Piece was in a point, and especially as a member of the Big Three, and an unbelievable point to where you could not legally watch after Skypiea, specifically episode 167. So the fact that we can sit here today and watch an episode about an hour after it releases in Japan, we are blessed, ladies and gentlemen, as fans of the greatness. So it's like all of that emotion, so this entire journey, and like just thinking about everything that's been taking place in Onigashima, the craziness that's been taking place, or throughout the entirety of the time skip, you know, just all those things running in the mind, man. Just loves for an entire week of like Flagnards, you know. It's been an emotional week, and especially on this morning that I knew I had to sit down and read it, man, because it's like no matter what happens in this chapter, what is waiting for us after is a wait for 1,000, folks. 1,000. Like, listen, man, I've read 1000s and other series, JoJo, Hajime no Ippo, Conan, and they're full of craziness. But because of my attachment to One Piece, my goat, you know, the thing that I love most in fiction, like, this is my thing. And the fact that I'm about to witness the 1000th chapter, it's kind of crazy, folks. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy. And I know y'all feel the same way. So it's like, man, like, wow, man, what a journey. But let's get into 999. But actually, no, before we get into 999, I'm very curious because we're celebrating 1000, we're celebrating, you know, the entire journey up until this point and whatnot. From a community standpoint, in terms of the One Piece community, I want to know in the comment section down below when it was that y'all joined the community, like around what chapter or what year, whatever it is that you want to associate with that comment, a chapter, year, whatever. And then what has allowed y'all, you think, to stick around this long? What are the aspects of the community that have made y'all stick around to this very point and to this very day? I'm very curious in seeing your answers, because I know we all have a lot of different answers for why we're still here after all these years talking about the awesome sauce. But I'm very curious on seeing all those answers in the comment section. So if you would like to share, I'm gonna love reading these, man. You know, we're preparing for 1000. We're preparing for what's gonna be a massive milestone in this journey of legend. And what better way than to look back on our beginnings and how it was that we first got into this wonderful community that we have, where we can talk about the greatness, man. But without further ado, let's get into chapter 999. Sweet flag numbers, making us here to the grand. You can just hear it. It's playing, man. It's playing. Here we go. Cover. Bellamy. What in the flying fighters is Bellamy doing on the cover? Gecko Moria. Wait. Bellamy, Tashigi, Gecko Moria, Ace. Oh, of course, it's the artist, Boichi, right? Is his name? Boichi drawing Ace, because he's drawing the Ace comic, right? You have Chopper right here on the left. Hancock. Don Krieg. Is that in the My Hero art style? So you have Don Krieg with Izuku right here. And then you got Luffy on the left side. I heard that the chapter 999 and 1000 covers are going to be like if you combine them, they're going to turn into one big image. So I think this is one half of that. But that's crazy, the fact that Bellamy made it onto here. And Gecko Moria, that's really, really cool. And then Tashigi having her blade stopped, Chopper chilling, Hancock. Oh, Hancock looks great in this right here, man. If this is how the characters look in whatever series that is, I would love to check out the art for that. And then Don Krieg is looking really cool. Of course, with the King, Ace is looking fresh. You know, you have Shinobu, I didn't even notice. You have Shinobu up here as well. So, alrighty, man, in the celebration, bro. Already in the celebration. Here we go. Ace, stop it. We're going to the flashback. We're going to the flashback. Let's go back. Ace, bro. Let's go. That's Goldie Ace, baby. That's Roger's boy. That's Goldie. That's Luffy's brother, man. That is the man who inherited the blood of the greatest pirate who ever lived. You know what I'm saying, bro? He inherited the blood of Michael Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Roger was averaging 65, 20, and 30. And you're telling me that his son, who also has a relation to the other greatest pirate who ever lived, and by the time the series ends, will be the greatest pirate who ever lived. You know, I don't ever disrespect the GOAT. That's the king. But seriously, like, Ace, man, this legendary character, the man who changed the series just by existing. And it's crazy because that was the whole point of his character, that he wanted reason for his existence, and yet his entire existence changed the entire course of the universe, the entire course of the history of this world, of the One Piece world, man. Like, if Ace would have never existed, things would not have taken the course in which it would have taken. Like, fate changed. Things changed because this man existed. Like, and that's so great looking at it from a thematic standpoint, but seriously, like, this man's existence is so important to the series. And the fact that he's an awesome character on top of that. Rawness and swag, and then also with the layers to peel back from behind that. Man, look, that's ace, bro. That's ace. Ace in a chapter. Who are you? Identify yourself. You go first. So here I think we have a battle going on between Yamato and Ace. Back in the flashback, dipping into the past memories. You know, I was told in a couple comments, and I remember having a conversation with my cousin, and they were like, yo, we're gonna get into the Ace flashback, but to actually see with my own two eyes, bro, like, let's go, man. Like, yo, shout out to the theorists who got that right. The sake, it's the brain. The sake I brew while waiting for you. The sake I brew while waiting for you. That sounds like it's gonna be a soundtrack name in the future. You know, that sounds like a perfect OST name. I'm Ace. I've come for Kaido's head. And here you have Ace. Right here. He can. He can. He goes in. Fires as he can. Yamato blocks it right here. With her mace. Father and his men have set on an expedition. None of the higher ranks are here at the moment. Father? I can just hear this in Ace's voice, bro. Huh? Kaido's daughter? And then she looks around. Even if it's not my responsibility to defend this island, with as much destruction you've caused, enough is enough. Bro, this man Ace was catching bodies. Dog, blades, bodies, blood. I mean, dude, the very buildings being cracked around. Like, yo, there's holes in the walls. There's water coming out. You know, dudes are passed out. They're dreaming. They're in dreamland, man. Like, yo, in their dreams, they're playing Mario Kart. They're like, yo, we chilling. We got knocked out by Roger's son, bro. We got knocked out by Ace, bro. And you just see the flames going all around, you know, showcasing the destruction, the path left behind by this man Ace, bro. Yo, my man's went in there like swimwear. My man went in there like swimwear, bro. But that's nuts. The fact that Yamato had to protect this place all by herself. You know, she states that none of the higher ranks are here at the moment. Everyone else must have gone out, done their thing, whatever, started on this expedition with Kaido. But the fact that she was here alone, you know, everybody else got bodied. Every single other being here got bodied, son. You know, these individuals right here on the right remind me of the robots that we saw in the Germa 6 flashback. You know, with the structure, the hoodie, the numbers on the back. But regardless, we continue. And you see Ace looks down, sees your handcuffs. Ace, you're good now, right? We'll go on ahead to the main island, or to the mainland. We'll have to return all these abducted kids back to their families. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I refuse to believe that someone as strong as you isn't even a captain. Yo! This man Ace is putting respect on Yamato's name like that. I refuse to believe that anyone who's giving me the work, you know, anybody who's putting a challenge up to me isn't even a captain. Like, what are you talking about, son? The fact that you're saying you're not in the upper echelon right here is telling me that, yo, this man Kaido's different. He's different. But seriously, like, putting respect on Yamato's name. Let's settle this. I'm Yamato. I've been bored out of my mind, so I'll fight you if you want. Take this, and here you have Ace and Yamato legitimately duking it out, bro. You got it? Yo, this is in the anime. This is going to be peak. Like, yo, seriously, with the soundtracks, with the new style in which, like, every single episode looks like it's a movie. Like, dude, the way they're gonna do this is gonna be special. It's gonna be really special. Y'all know how the anime handles anything that is with Ace. Like, when it comes to Ace and Zoro, you know that they go ham in the One Piece anime for them, bro. So, super stoked to see all of this there. Yamato, we don't get to choose. He knows that better than anyone. Yo, he's the one who's gone through that more than anyone else, bro. I didn't even make that connection. The fact that both of them have problems with their families, problems specifically with their fathers. Yamato, we don't get to choose our pops. Your hands being bound are one thing, but even though you hate your father so much, why have you allowed your heart to be bound as well? This man Ace is cutting a promo. What did you say? Whoa, young Master Yamato, you mustn't. That's a symbol of Lord Kaido's power. Here we go. Oh, and there's the dragon. I too want to go out to sea and have adventures. Just like Odin, I want to live freely. And you could tell that came straight from the heart of Yamato, bro. That came straight from her soul, son. And you see the dragon right here in the background as Yamato pulls out the mace and is like, listen to me. I'm speaking this directly from the soul, son. I too want to go out to sea and have adventures. Just like Odin, I want to live freely, dog. And that's all I've been saying, man. Ever since, what was that, chapter 984 came out and we did Afterthoughts. That's all I've been trying to say, man. Like, I just want Yamato to adopt this identity that is her own, like her own true desires, not Odin's desires, not Kaido's desires, not anyone else. I'm talking about, I want Yamato at the end of this arc to have the inner self freedom to come to grips with her own decision making and who she truly is, son. That's freedom. That is what Luffy has always stood for, bro. So I need that, man, and it will work so perfectly, especially at the end with opening the borders of Wano and everything, to have a character like Yamato have that type of declaration, like, yo, it's finally time to go out there and live my life. I've been stuck here for so many years, not being able to see anything from the outside. I've been bound both in spirit and soul, physically, and every aspect. I just want to be free. And the only way that she can see herself being free is by acting like somebody else at this point in time. But there needs to come a point. There needs to come some sort of moment in the series from here until the borders open, that Yamato comes to grips with who she truly is. And once that decision comes in there like swimwear, that's going to be one of my favorite moments in the entire arc, and possibly the entire series. Because I value freedom, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. That's why I love the series as much as I do. I value characters. That's why I love Luffy. Like, that's the king of freedom. Like, yo, if you can do what you want, if you have the ability, the power, the kindness, whatever the case may be, the inner self-freedom to go out and do as you please, to do whatever it is that you want to do, that is freedom, man. But you have to have that inner peace within your heart. You have to accept yourself for who you truly are. And once you accept yourself, then everything moves forward, man, after that. And I really want to see Yamato have that conversation with herself. Because it's going to come. It's going to come eventually, whether it be in a battle, whether it be in an inner monologue, whatever the case, it's going to happen. You know, we're leading towards it. And if it doesn't happen, then it is what it is. But that is what I think is going to take place. You know what I'm saying? So, and just seeing her right here say that from the bottom of her soul, it hits home. It hits home, man, because I feel that. I feel that 110%, like I said back in the Afterthoughts. But I, too, want to go out to sea and have adventures. Just like Odin, I want to live freely, man. And Ace smiles. I gotta get the Jordan jersey, bro. This is Ace, son. This is Ace, bro. I gotta get the Jordan jersey, man. This is a special occasion, dude. This is a special occasion. Like, yo, Ace smiles. That's more like it. Goes down, he kens the flagnards out of this dragon. Yamato's like, what? Wahaha! Da! Oh man, now we're gonna see them chilling, drinking together. It's unfortunate you're so strong and we get along so well. If only I could get these off, then someday surely I will also go out to sea. Hey, tell me, how is it like outside Wano? A lot of youngsters have started setting out to sea, right? Youngsters? Ah, yes, there's this guy called Cavan something. He's all the rave right now. Cavendish? Not the Cavan something? Yo, even Ace putting respect on Cavendish's name, dude. That's awesome. He's all the rave right now. None can compare to me. Yo, Ace is like, no one can compare to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no one compared to me. But I've heard there are some dangerous guys wreaking havoc in each of the blues recently. Kid in the south, Law in the north, BG in the west. Yo, this is fire. Like, just seeing how things were back in Ace's time and how he heard and he knew of Cavendish. He knew of Kid. He knew of Law. He knew of Capone. Like, yo, that's heat. And here you have Yamato just like losing her mind. Like, somebody strong individual, somebody different personalities and beings that you could go out and befriend and see and look, you know? Law in the north and BG in the west. That said, the most formidable of them all will set out to sea in a few years. my little brain. The king. The king, man. We ain't play no games. He knew what was coming. He knew this was the start of an adventure of legend. He knew. That's the king, bro. This man said, that said, the most formidable of them all will set out to sea in a few years. And to see that conversation, to see that line, and to know that Yamato met Luffy, and what she stated whenever she initially met Luffy, like, I've been waiting for you for a really long time. Now you see the connection. Now you see where that came from, that desire to see this human being. He's sure to stir up a storm, the storm of D. How many times are you going to tell me about your brother? As many times as I want. Quit complaining and listen. Ow, ow, ow. Yo, that's awesome, and I love their dynamic with Ace and Yamato. To be honest, I was the first one to damage this. Are we back in the present? No, I wanted to see a bit more from Ace, bro. It's been so long, dog. Man. But we continue. I gotta see how Yamato, what she states after that flashback. I was the first one to damage this. But then Ace said, until I come back, this will serve as my final warning to Kaido. Or, I don't know where the word final came from. I created that, man. You know, like I said, I stayed up all night playing Final Fantasy, or playing Smash. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Playing Smash. And then the emotions went this morning. I created the word final from my brain cells. This will serve as my warning to Kaido. Father was very angry about it, but in the end, he never met Ace. And he very well could have, you know. If things had been a little bit different, if Shanks would never stop Kaido, he very well could have met him. You know, that probably would have turned Marineford into the biggest battlefield in the history of the world. But, wow, the fact that he was really never able to meet him. I do wonder how Kaido felt about Ace, you know. Then again, we don't even know how he feels about Roger. But I do wonder how he felt about Ace. But regardless. So there was a pirate who tried to save Wano. Of course, bro, of course. Father? Yeah, Kaido's my father. And here Momonosuke, he immediately backs up. He's like, what? And now we can establish this connection, man. I have been looking forward to this meeting right between these two. Because we know what their parents had. We know the type of relationship that Oden and Kaido had. Oden and Kaido's dynamic, Oden and Kaido's interactions, Oden and Kaido's battles is what led Wano down the destiny and the path that it's been on for the past 20 plus years, right? Of course, with the Orochi shenanigans and whatnot, but still, like, at the end of the day, the bloodline of Oden, everything going on with Oden, and Kaido's existence is what allowed all this to happen. So, to know the connection that Kaido has had with Momonosuke, that he's had with Oden, and now to see a family member of Kaido's here, you know, somebody who also bears a lot of responsibility, bears a lot of that weight of being the child of somebody as massive in the world as Kaido. You know, now Momonosuke is going to be able to see somebody else who also carries a similar type of burden as him in a very different way. In a very different way, because of course Momonosuke had a much better relationship with his father and much better relationship with his parents. But that sense of responsibility to live up to Oden's name, to live up to Oden's greatness is what we've seen Luffy try to help him out with throughout the past couple of arcs. And it's been great seeing Oden come into his own. Whereas now in Yamato's case, we see that she's trying to gain this sense of inner freedom, both physically and from an inner standpoint, of trying to move forward and of trying to leave this place, leave this place behind. But at the end of the day, there is that connection to Kaido that is both bringing her down with the chains, but it's also holding her down, I'm going to assume, based on past traumas and whatnot, right? So it's like they have a few things in common with the way that both of their parents have had a massive impact on who they currently are, and just how big both of them are in terms of connection to Wano and as a whole, right? But oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, but I really despise that man. Like, I really despise him. But remember, I told you that I am Oden, didn't I? You're not making any sense. Well, I understood most of what you said. We express our gratitude to you for treating our wounds. Stop being so formal and get back here already. But still, why tell us about this man now? He died 2 years ago. Is that so? Ace was. Man. Yes. All this while I believed Ace would return. Tama, Nami. No, are we gonna see her coming into... Man. So now we're gonna see both Tama and Yamato's reactions. I mean, we know that Tama figured out that Ace died thanks to Luffy telling her back at the beginning of the arc. But man, being able to see Yamato's reaction to that, I do wonder what she's gonna say. But anyway, back to Tama and Nami. Yes, all this while I believed Ace would return, and have been training to become a kunoichi ever since. But even knowing that, Big Bro Luffy was so insensitive about it. Sorry about that, that's just how Luffy is. But you know, Tama, that incident was really painful for Luffy too. That junk was extremely painful. Don't tell me that Nami's about to tell Tama the fact that Ace was Luffy's brother, bro. Don't do it, son! Inside the dome life floor. Stop, Marco! Why are you letting him run circles around you? But he just saved us, right? Would you rather get killed by Master Queen instead? Get him. Right now I have no reason to go after Kaido directly. Nico Robin, Bone Up, run up the castle. So right here we have Bone Up. So here you have Robin and Brook. They're spreading. They are spreading, son. Hold on. Let's take you up on that. We've got him, Marco the Phoenix. Y'all ain't got no Marco the Phoenix, son. Are you ready? I'm counting on you. You see the flames? And Marco just unleashes this like whip, this whirlpool right here, pulls every single one of them that are coming towards him. He dashes out. He's carrying Zoro with his legs right here. You fools. He's taking one of the straws with him. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm begging you, Pops. And I'm telling you, no, you fool. Ace, I'm sure I've told you this many times already. Bro, stop it with these flashbacks, bro. About who it was that previously held the seat of the 2nd Division Commander which you now hold. And why I had been retired for so long. Excuse me. We only found out about Lord Odin's death several years after the incident had happened. We thought about marching into Wano country countless times, however. Think about the countless amount of casualties it would cause if we did that. And that's why Ace went by himself, man. Everything makes so much sense, bro. Then let me go by myself. I made a promise. A man that even Kozuki Odin couldn't take down. You think you can beat him? Don't be so full of yourself, Ace. And you have Whitebeard, bro, going in and swinging towards Ace, dog. A Whitebeard and an Ace flashback in the same chapter. Blackbeard! Listen, man. Listen. Any chapter with Blackbeard in it, y'all know the answer. But seriously, Odin was really strong. Captain Ace, you really just wanted to take on a big shot, don't you? Shut up, Teach. Ace isn't doing this just to acquire fame. Dang it, if I don't get stronger, I won't be able to fulfill my promise. That just goes to show you how heavy the cross you're carrying is. Ace, if Pops ever gives the go-ahead, make sure you take me along with you. Same here, we're counting on you. And man, the fact that Marco and Izo are here during the war, you know, fighting with the man who inherited Ace's will in Luffy. Some powerful words, man. If you guys come along, I think we could beat him now. Really? Just how naive are you? And here you have Marco in the Phoenix form. He's heading up. He's going towards the ceiling. Marco! And here you have Queen and King! And King! You're bonkers if you think you can get through here easily. By now the samurai are probably all dead. All-Star Queen, Dragon, Prunacious, and Brachiosaurus. All that's left now is to kill Kozuki Odin's son. And this battle will be over. All-Star King, Dragon, Fruit, Pteranodon. See, I can say Pteranodon now. And if you really think that you're in for a mean surprise, then you're in for a mean surprise. Right now you guys are facing off against the new generation. Shut your trap, you little bird bastard. He goes around, Marco is, he's maneuvering. What? Big bro? Big bro Luffy is Ace's little brother? And here we see Tama figured out. No! I was so harsh to Big bro Luffy earlier. It's alright, if it really bothered him, he would have said something back to you. That's a factual statement. But more importantly, let's do it the plan you laid out. What? He was Roger's son and Luffy's big brother? Is that really true? And Momonosuke's like, sweet mother of flying nards. You were the ones who brought Luffy to Wano, weren't you? Indeed. There are as many pirates as there are stars in the sky. And among all of them, somehow he was the one you met and brought to this country. I can't think of this as anything else but fate, man. Anything else but it. I mean, even his name carries the initials of D, and he looks down at the legendary notebook left behind by Odin. Fire-tastic. So good, these flames are delicious. Is that Big Mom? I'm stuffed too. Charging complete. Oh my god. Mama! Is Straw Hat not here yet? Hey Kaido, I don't care how many of them you kill, but make sure to leave Nico Robin alive. Bro, look at the two of them. That means that all of the scabbards are down. Bro, I thought they were going to be separated. I legitimately thought there was going to be some sort of scenario where Big Mom was going to be forced to left down. But no, Big Mom and Kaido are here. On top of the roof. I thought your daughter from the Three-Eyed Tribe could read the ancient texts. But hold on, bro. Yo, I didn't even register this in my mind. The fact that Big Mom said to make sure that Robin stays alive, because you know she's the one who can read the poneglyphs, but still, we continue. I thought your daughter from the Three-Eyed Tribe could read the ancient texts. Pudding! I can't wait any longer for her true awakening. Her true awakening. That just tells you by itself that wasn't the last time we're gonna see Pudding in the squad, right? But regardless, where are you planning on dropping this island anyway? In the Flower Capital? There is still a castle that serves as the symbol for the Kozuki clan. Mama, aren't they in the middle of a festival? Quite a lot are gonna die, huh? I don't care. It's easy enough to obtain more slaves. Whoa, it'd make for a great capital for the new Onigashima. Is the road poneglyph there? Isn't it too early for you to be showing your true colors? Don't belittle me. Even now, I still think of you as a little brother. On that day at God Valley, when the Rocks pirates fell to ruin, I was the one who gave you your mythical type fish fruit. Fish fruit? You owe me a lifelong debt. Fish fruit? So was this man born a dragon? Born a dragon, given this fish? What does that even mean? The first thing I'm thinking of whenever I hear the words fish, fruit, are the land, sea, and air conversation that took place whenever the narrator was like, nobody can beat Kaido 1v1, land, sea, or air. But the fact that he can fly because he's a dragon, you know, on the ground he's in this regular state. But the fact that it's a fish fruit, does the fish fruit allow you to swim even though you have a fruit? A fish fruit, and the fact that it's a mythical type fish fruit. Fish fruit. But now we know what it is that favor, that thing that Big Mom has been holding over Kaido's head. The fact that she gave him the fruit that he has. You owe me a lifelong debt, Kaido. Say whatever you want. We can settle all of this after we acquire the One Piece, bro. That's the end of the chapter. What is this? A word on Kaido's fruit. There is a story known as the Dragon Gate legend in Chinese mythology. The story describes the thousands of koi fish relentlessly swimming upstream the Yellow Fish Current, or the Yellow River Current. At the end of their journey, they encounter a massive waterfall. Most of the koi give up and let the river's current carry them away. A few persist, and carry on trying to reach the top of the waterfall. After hundreds of years, a single koi reaches the top. The gods recognize this koi for its determination and bestow upon it the gift of transformation into a dragon. Wow! Because of its bravery, the koi is also often times associated with samurai. This could be Kaido's devil fruit, the koi fruit. And there were hints throughout the story. There were hints, man. Even his tattoo. He also lives on an island on top of a gigantic waterfall where the main method to enter is to be pulled by a gigantic koi. That is very true. All that is to say, when read in Japanese and with some cultural background, it's surprising that the mythical variant of a fish fruit could be a dragon. Yo, so a mythical variant of the fish fruit, which means, of course, the koi, and the koi that can be bestowed the power of a dragon. That makes so much sense now, bro. That makes a ton of sense. Wow, so it's not that this fish fruit, is literally, I mean, it technically is something that now allows him, power of land, sea, and air. But I was looking at it more of, okay, he was given this fish fruit, so now he has complete dominance over land, sea, and air in terms of the fact that he can swim. But it looks like that's not the case at all. It's not going to be that broken in terms of, being able to break the physics of the entire universe of One Piece, where individuals who have a fruit, they can't swim. But what instead we're seeing is Oda tapping into his, into his bag, with as he has the entire arc with Japanese and now we see Chinese mythology, and connecting that into Wano, and to see how deep he went into that with the koi, and if what this thing is stating here is true, then we could very well be looking at, like it says, the reason why it's the mythical fish fruit is because it is based on a fish of legend who was bestowed upon the transformation of a dragon. So, man, what that tells me, though, is that I'm super, super, super excited to see whatever Kaido's hybrid form is going to look like, right? Because Kaido's hybrid form, knowing that it comes from a mythical fish fruit, is going to be sick. It is going to be sick, man. Nasty. But, dude, basically Kaido, Magikarp went to Gyarados, that's true. But, man, I don't even know where to begin. This chapter was worthy of a chapter 999. I don't even know, man. I don't even know where to begin. This chapter was Santa Hat level. This chapter was Jordan Jersey level. This chapter was GOAT. This chapter went and just... Oh, man, dude. Kaido and Big Mom are waiting on top of Onigashima to acquire the One Piece as the island is floating above. Luffy's heading up there. Marco got stopped by King and Queen, and he's currently trying to maneuver around. Sweet mother of Flagnards. Bro, my brain's trying to process all this information, man. This chapter was wild. Kaido and Big Mom are waiting on top of the roof. I'm going to assume that means the scabbards have been washed. Big Mom stated that she finished charging off of the flames, which means that she probably ate out of the flames of either Kinemon or Kaido. And that sounds disgusting as it may be, right? But the 9 scabbards, they're down. They are down. Big Mom and Kaido are chilling. They're not separated. They are together. They are chilling. They're drinking together while this war is going on. Luffy's heading up there. The other captains are heading up there. Zoro and Marco are trying to go up there. But Big Mom and Kaido are not separated. They are chilling there. It is confirmed that a road poneglyph is probably waiting for us there. And Kaido was like, oh, so that's what you're planning, huh? Now you're showing your true colors. We get to figure out exactly what Kaido's fruit is, and we see what the intentions are here. And they can worry about all that once they get the One Piece. So Kaido might actually be taking this thing floating over towards Raftel. I don't even know, son, but no, I honestly think it's going to the Flower Capital. It's going to the Flower Capital. If he wanted to, he'd probably take it over toward Raftel. Or to Laftel, but regardless, I think he's taking it over to the Flower Capital to do what we've been talking about the last couple chapters. But Big Mom and Kaido aside, man, even though it's going to be hard to put that in the back burner because they are together. They are together, son. You know, we've put down so many different scenarios on this channel, and I'm sure other YouTubers have done it as well, where they put down multiple different scenarios and how in the Flying Flagnards are they going to be able to do this. And all of the calculations, all the scenarios had it to where they were separated. Big Mom was being taken care of one party, and Kaido being taken care of by the other. But the fact that we have both Kaido and Big Mom here, we have Sephiroth and Bowser, we have, you know, the absolute legends are together. These are individuals who together combine for probably the highest bounty of all time, right? These two individuals together. And you expect these pirates, the individuals that are currently going up in Lake Swimwear, the king, and I expect the king, that's my boy, that's the GOAT. I believe that he can do anything, man. But ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke right now. This is not a game. We have a scenario where Big Mom and Kaido are waiting to fight together against whatever threat is about to oppose them. Whether it be Luffy, Kid, Law, the entire alliance. Whenever the Straw Hats get done with whatever it is they're doing, they manage to make it up there. Robin and Brooke are making their way up there, and that's exactly who Big Mom wants, is Robin. They talked about putting in her awakening, her true awakening, which is going to allow her to read the poneglyphs. And as a pudding fan, that makes me very, very excited, but still, that's out of the way. Very simple fact that they're waiting up there. They are chilling on that roof, waiting for whatever's to come. Has me very, very scared for what's about to take place. Very, very scared. If chapter 1000, I'm telling you right now, man, so that whatever the case, whatever happens, happens. If chapter 1000 gives us a panel like Luffy versus the Three Admirals, where he was by himself against those three, except this time it's going to be by himself against Big Mom and Kaido until everybody else arrives, or at least a panel of Big Mom and Kaido and then Luffy, Kid, and Law. I'm gonna tell you right now, son, there won't be enough to be able to possibly describe. I'm gonna have to find a brand new dictionary from the year 3000 to be able to describe the amount of hype that's gonna be moving through these games, son. I'm telling you right now, bro. Because chapter 1000, chapter 999 was this nuts, and you know that Oda planned it to be this way. This chapter was nuts. And I believe wholeheartedly in Oda to do what he's always done, which is release a crazy chapter and follow it up with a chapter that's even more nuts than that. He's done it this entire arc. He's done it since the Reverie. He released chapters 903 and 908 consecutively, and I still believe 908 was the best of the bunch. He released chapter 956 and 957 back to back, and I still believe that 957 and 956, as much as they were different, 957 had us all flying through the walls. You know, 956 did as well, but 957 was legitimate, like the ultimate. You feel me? And here we have a situation where 999 was just crazy. What in the Flying Flagnards is waiting for us in chapter 1000, man? Ace and Yamato flashback. Yamato and Momonosuke's conversation. Tama figuring out the truth. A Whitebeard and Ace flashback. Marco going up to the roof after releasing his ability and meeting him up there. In both of their forms is Brachiosaurus Queen and Pteranodon King, son! This listen, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say, man. Legendary chapter. I'm Ace. I've come for Kaido's head. The fact that Ace left behind all this carnage, bro. Yamato defending this place all by herself. Yo, Ace with the hat off, bro. You know, dude, I love this line. Yamato, we don't get to choose our fathers. Your hands being bound are one thing, but even though you hate your father so much, why have you allowed your heart to be bound as well? And you know, looking back on it now, we know that Ace stated that from his heart because he lived it. He lived that very same mindset in Marineford, man. He was literally bound by chains. You know what I'm saying, bro? And like, I love this series for this type of stuff. I really, really do. I really, really do, man. And Yamato's declaration here, I too want to go out to sea and have adventures. Just like Odin, I want to live freely. That's more like it. He can. And then, yo, just seeing the way that Ace talked about all the rookies at the time, Cavendish, Kid, LOB, and then he hyped up the King and Luffy, seeing Yamato get mad hyped over all this and super excited for one day whenever she goes out to see the sea. That said, the most formidable of them all will set out to sea in a few years, my little brother. He's sure to stir up a storm, man. Man. But then Ace said, until I come back, this will serve as my warning to Kaido. Man, dude. Momonosuke figuring out exactly who Yamato is. Tama figuring out the truth. Yo, man. What a chapter, dude. Marco unleashes. Whitebeard flashback, bro. We got to see Whitebeard in the chapter for the love of all that is fine. We saw Blackbeard in the chapter. A man that even Kozuki Odin couldn't take down. You think you can beat him? Don't be so full of yourself, Ace. Man. And then Izo and Marco stating these lines and knowing where they currently are right now. I mean, I feel sorry for Izo. Izo's all the way up there. You know, sweet mother of Flagnards. I'm really, really, really scared for what we're about to find out about the fates of the 9 Scabbards. This is not a game. This is not a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is no game. Alright? Marco heads up, and I love how you see the silhouettes right here. King and Queen. But this man, Marco, is still maneuvering and heading right towards the top. Even after getting fired bullets, you know, and they're phasing through him. This man says, oh, I gotta read this conversation again, dude. This man said, by now the samurai are all dead. All that's left now is to kill Kozuki Odin's son. This battle will be over. If you really think that that means you're in for a mean surprise, right now you guys are facing off against the new generation. Like, what you're facing off against is Kid Law, the king. So, since Cavendish was brought up in the flashback, is that Oda trying to tell us, like, yo, don't forget about these guys. They're coming in this arc. The Alliance will be here in this arc. We're going to have Cavendish, Elisabello, Bartolomeo, you know, everyone who signed up and signed that max deal, that max contract back in Dressrosa. They're gonna be stepping up to the plate. They're gonna be going up in like swimwear in this arc. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget Cavendish, dog. Don't forget him, because Hakuba's gonna go in this arc, bro. So hopefully that is the case, because at this point, with Kaido and Big Mom up on the roof, we need everybody. We need Shanks to show up. We need Dragon. We need Sabo. We need everyone, bro. Kaido and Big Mom they are together. This is not a game, man. Like, seriously, they are the Golden State Warriors. You feel me? That's Kevin Durant up there, man. That's KD and Steph Curry up there, bro. Like, that's scary. That's scary, man. Stay up, like, son. Big bro Luffy is Ace's little brother. And I love what Nami tells him, because Nami knows that better than anyone. Like, he'll trust me. If it really would have bothered him, he would have said something back to you. Like, 110%. And I love how we were getting that from both perspectives. You know, Tama and Yamato's conversation, or Tama and Nami's conversation, and then Yamato and Momonosuke's conversation, you know, and them getting their revelations and seeing exactly what happened here. And then, oh, this line right here was so good. I forgot about this. This is how you know this chapter was crazy. And when Yamato, whenever she looks down at Odin's journal, and she's like, I mean, even his name carries the initials of D, and she knows the importance of that just based on the book of legend that she's taken from him, you know? But then we get to the roof, bro. I mean, dog, the amount of goosebumps I got from this scene, fire-tastic, so good. These flames are delish. All we see is just, you know, the roof we see the big beings. We see Prometheus up in the air. We see Zeus. And we're like, sweet Aunt Jemima. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Burp, I'm stuffed too. Charging complete. Mama, his straw hat not here yet. Big Mom and Kaido chilling on the roof. I don't care how many of them you kill, but make sure to leave Nico Robin alive, man. I gotta read this entire thing verbatim again. I thought your daughter from the Three-Eyed Tribe could read the ancient texts. Pudding! I can't wait any longer for a true awakening. Where are you planning on dropping this island anyway? In the flower capital, there is still a castle that serves as a symbol for the Kuzuki clan. Mama, aren't they in the middle of a festival? Quite a lot are gonna die. I don't care. It's easy enough to obtain more slaves. Whoa, no. It'd make for a great capital for New Onigashima. Is the road poneglyph there? Isn't it too early for you to be showing your true colors? Don't belittle me even now. I still think of you as a little brother. On that day at God Valley when the Rocks Pirates fell to ruin, I was the one who gave you your mythical type fish fruit. Now, if we take that sentence and do, the normal One Piece YouTube thing, that we do here, we take one sentence and make an entire video out of it. I know I've done that several times, especially when it comes to Mr. Prince, because y'all know how much I love Mr. Prince. Make a 30-minute video out of one sentence. That's what we do in One Piece. But seriously, we take this one sentence and we tear it apart bit by bit. We look back at the stuff we already know about God Valley, about the Rocks Pirates. What could have taken place at that moment in time that would have led Big Mom to give Kaido this mythical type fish fruit? Like, how did she get her hands on this fruit? Was that something that was there at God Valley? Was that something that she just found and she saw? Because how did she know? Did she even know that that was the fish fruit, first of all? Or was that something that was just on coincidence? But then, I don't know. Because it could have been a situation, right? Knowing how things usually happen in One Piece. Imagine this. Imagine Big Mom did not know that it was the mythical type fish fruit. And instead what she was trying to do was poison Kaido or try to kill Kaido right then and there. So she found the fruit and she was like, you know what? Kaido won't be able to swim after this. God Valley's going down, possibly at the point in time, maybe even getting Buster Call, whatever the case may be. God Valley's going down. If I feed Kaido this fruit, he won't be able to escape. The man's is gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude will not be able to swim. We will be up in like swimwear. If Big Mom was already thinking about betrayal all the way back then that is a very big possibility. So she gave him this fruit, thinking that it was gonna be something possibly, trash. Gave it to him, and then maybe Kaido right then and there turned into this dragon, right? But the thing is that if that's the case, then it would work in Big Mom's favor either way, because then it would serve for a sort of comedic moment where Big Mom would be like, Flag Master tried to kill him, but now he owes me one. So it's like, I'm always going to have one over this dude's head. Like, sure, I tried to betray him. Sure, I tried to bury him here. But now that he has this because of me, now he owes me one. Or you could look at it from the other side and genuinely Big Mom either believed that survival would be top priority, and knowing that this was the fruit, even though I'm not sure how Big Mom would know this is the fruit, willingly give it to Kaido. I don't know if in God Valley they have like these fruits. Maybe this was one of like the fruits because this is a place like Celestial Dragons are and whatnot. We don't know if in God Valley there is like a certain place where they hold these things on like a glass case or whatnot. Like, oh, this is the mythical fruit for the fish, whatever the case may be. Or if somebody that was there was holding it and they were hoping to eat it or give it to somebody else. But at this point, I don't think that, especially for them being there and this massive battle going down, it had to have been a situation where that fruit just sort of rolled into her lap, or she found it by coincidence, found it by mistake, did not know what it was, and then attempted to betray Kaido, actually ended up feeding Kaido this fruit. And it led to a path to where now she has this thing over him, and now he believes that he owes her one. And that's the favorite, right? That Big Mom, maybe at the time, Rocks and Whitebeard, I don't know what they were up to at that point in time, but it had to have been something to where the concept of betrayal has been so seamed into Kaido's heart that having somebody help him out in a situation like Big Mom must have really kept that, like, dang, man, like, even though everybody else betrayed me or everybody else left me, you were here, you know, for me. So I want to know where that is. I really want to see that part of the flashback, because that could leave massive implications into their relationship. Like, if she truly did try to betray him and now has it over his head, and that's going to lead into, of course, some clashes in the future. But if she genuinely tried to help this man, you know, she actually gave him the mythical type fish fruit, knowing damn well what it was, then that's going to lead to some really scary... That means that their bonds, that means that they're like on some Persona stuff, their confidant level is max. And that's scary. Because if it's the first thing that I said, then at the very least you have okay, they can be split apart, you know, up here, and we could split it and have some sort of situation where Big Mom and Kaido aren't in a tag team, and we can take them both out, you know, solo. But if their confidant level is max, and Big Mom and Kaido are fully in sync, and they're working together, we need Shanks. I mean, I'm telling you, y'all think I'll be joking when I say that, man. We need Shanks. We need Shanks, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need Shanks, we need Sabo, we need the Revs, the Alliance, we need everyone. So, but it's going to be crazy. That is going to be one line. See, you owe me a lifelong debt, Kaido. And when she says that, it really does make me believe that that the first thing that I said is likely the path. I'm not exactly sure if that's, if that's the exact way it went down, but it's around that same idea, that Big Mom attempted to betray Kaido, fed him this fruit, not knowing that this is what it was. And then ever since then, even though it didn't go a part of her plan, she still made it a part of her plan. And was like, yo, I'm going to hold this over your head now. That thing, you know, was, remember, Big Mom's word from Whole Cake Island. So, say whatever you want. We can settle all that after we acquire the One Piece. We will reach chapter 1000. What, I mean, listen, man, this chapter was huge. This chapter was huge because it provided us, you know, the emotional attachment that we have to Ace, and finally seeing why Yamato and Ace had that relationship that they had, and then, you know, seeing both sides of certain revelations. You know, Momonosuke finding out the certain truths. We saw Tama finding out a truth that we've been wanting to see ever since the beginning of the arc. We saw Marco going up in like swimwear with Zoro there too, as Robin and Brooke are still running at this point in time. But the fact that both King and Queen are fully transformed and ready to go up in like swimwear, that's gonna be some scary stuff, man. It's about to go down. But there's, and then of course with the carrying the initial of D and the awesome sauce of Yamato there, Ace hyping up everyone, and then Luffy as well. Just having Ace in a chapter and the Whitebeard flashback, Blackbeard, like, man, that was really special. But this Kaido and Big Mom stuff is gonna have me thinking until this next chapter comes out, man. I have no idea what we're gonna do next chapter. I don't know, man. What a chapter. What a chapter. Oda knew. Oda knew that he had to deliver. You know, he's always been the type of dude that he realizes the importance of milestones, and he realizes what fans expect out of his manga, which is why he goes above and beyond to deliver the quality that he does on a consistent basis. You know, he's always trying to break our ankles. He's always trying to break our ankles. He's always trying to one-up us. He's always trying to come up with scenarios and situations that none of his readers can think of, can theorize about, which is crazy because of how many millions of people read his series, and he's always breaking all of our ankles. So it's like, knowing the type of dude that he is, you knew that he had something special and planned for the 999, 1000, and beyond stretch. You know, he realizes how big this is. He realizes that Wano was an arc we've been waiting for a very, very long time, and he's been delivering the entire arc, but this chapter in particular, man, this was really, really special, son. Really, really special. When this chapter gets animated, it might have to be split in two. That's how much content was in it, man. It might have to be one of those chapters that are split in two, and it's going to be a chapter that's going to be good to reread until 1000 comes out, man. Marvelous, 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 marvelous chapter, man. I have a few friends who are massive Ace tards. I know they're going to be really happy reading this. My mind is going to be all over the place thinking about so many different things in this chapter. I think I'm going to have to do an afterthoughts, bro. I mean, there's just so much to talk about here. I mean, I look forward to seeing what everybody in the comment section has to say, because there's so much to pick apart, and I mean, about what's about to take place, and theories about 1000 and beyond. But what a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous chapter 999, man. the greatness. The best-selling manga in history always delivers. And I couldn't be more grateful for the fact that we are here as a community to discuss and talk about this wonderful series, man, as we reach this huge milestone. Man, what a chapter. What a chapter, dude. One Piece greatness. I will see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. I hope everybody, if I don't see y'all before Christmas, have a wonderful Christmas. But if we are here for chapter 1000 around Christmas, maybe on the day of Christmas, then we'll be up in like sewer, man. Ace, bro, but it's like half my mind is just screaming Ace, Yamato, Marco, King, Queen, Zoro, and then the other half is like Sweet Mother of Flying Earth. How are we gonna take out this tag team of Big Mom and Kaido, and then everything with their flashback and their backstory and God Valley and possibilities, betrayal, all that stuff? It's craziness, man. I'll see y'all next time. One Piece greatness. What a chapter. This is one of those chapters where you just don't want to turn off the camera. You just want to keep talking and talking, man. See, I wish I could stream, but my internet sucks so bad, bro. But regardless, y'all have a good one. Peace out. The GOAT, man.